Hey, what's good, y'all? Anyway, this Uncle Fee coming back with another video. I want to welcome y'all to my second installment of Dallas Mavs for a Fee. And today we're going to be covering the Dallas Mavericks wave of Olivier-Maxence Prosper under the NBA's waive and stretch provision. So jumping right in, Olivier-Maxence Prosper has basically 2 years left on his contract, but the final year isn't fully guaranteed. Basically, there's a team option for the final 2 years of the contract. So basically, the Mavericks are stretching what he was owed for this year, which was $3 million. Basically, the Mavericks are going to stretch the $3 million over this year and next year and the year after. And it's going to count as $1 million in dead cap space. Kind of like the same situation we were in with JaVale McGee. He's like eating up about $2 million in dead cap space for the next maybe 3 years also. But for those that don't know who Omax is, we're going to go ahead and discuss that. You're a normal Mavs friend, you already know what's up. But Omax, he played at Marquette and was drafted in the 2023 draft class with Derek Lively and was brought in with Brandon Williams. You know, they're all from the 2023 draft class. And Derek Lively was chosen with the 12th pick, and the 24th pick, we picked Olivier-Maxence Prosper. And basically, he was known as an athletic power forward / wing that was real good at defense. You know, he did. One thing I can say, he does have NBA skills as far as defense. The only thing was he always had like room to grow on offense. And it shows with his stats over the last 2 years where, you know, he got about 8 minutes a game the first year and maybe 11 minutes a game last year. Last year was shortened with injury to his wrist, I believe. And he just, to be honest, really, Omax needs to improve on his field goal percentage and his three-point ball and maybe some handles, you know, if he's going to secure an NBA contract. You know, to be honest, it really felt like Omax was like a two-way player the last 2 years. And unfortunately, you know, every Dallas Maverick player last year, including all the two-ways, outplayed Omax last year. And to be honest, that seems why Omax was the one that was chosen to be waived. I mean, to be honest, it is good he was waived because he has an opportunity to get signed by the other 29 teams on a two-way contract. He does have 2 years of eligibility left as a two-way. So, you know, maybe he can improve his three ball and get back on the standard contract in the near future or whatever. All right. There was reports by Jake Fisher earlier in the week about Hardy being a consideration for the one to be the odd man out as well. Well, the reason why the Mavericks chose Omax instead of Hardy is I really feel like, you know, Omax doesn't have any really good value in the league. You know, it was easier to cut him and cheaper to cut him than it was to cut Hardy or whatever, because Hardy still has trade value and he has 18 mil left. You know, it's easier to, you know, accept $1 million in cap space versus 6-7 mil a year, whatever. You know, and it's easier to trade Hardy because he has some type of NBA experience where, you know, we at least know he can shoot. He even led the league in three-point percentage last year. You know, we know Hardy is a good scorer. His defense is not what the Mavericks are looking for at this point. You know, it's kind of what made Luka easier to be traded. It was really his defense and conditioning. Excuse me. So if we're going to go by this defense wins champion attitude, it's hard to really coach a team defense when you have, like, your main player that's not bought in to playing defense, or even, you know, somebody you trying to put out there, they just not putting effort out there, a development player. It makes it easier to get rid of that player. So, and then the other reason that somebody had to go, well, we have a pending contract in Dante Exum. You know, he has a vet minimum contract for a year. And, I mean, what Dante Exum provides, you know, he provides effective scoring, efficient playmaking, good defense. He could play 1 to 3 positions. You can put him on the ball, and he's going to make the right decision. You know, as a ball handler, he attacks the ball. I mean, attacks the paint, distributes pretty good, doesn't make bonehead plays. Only thing that hurts you with Exum is his injury. He has had injuries, but that's why he's a bargain at a vet minimum. You know, you want that kind of contract there because you're not losing anything from having him. And, you know, from last year, you know, we learned about the injury crisis, so we can't waste no spots on somebody that's not really gonna give us everything we need now. We going for a championship now. Got Cooper Flag or whatever. We don't need nobody making no bonehead shot attempts. Just giving up defense, not playing hard enough on defense. We don't need that. We need to have a strong knit team that's going to be all bought in on defense and know their role on offense. So, and to be honest, I'm really going to be honest. This looks like the deepest team in the league right now. The only reason they rated so low, or people like underrating them or whatever, and really the Mavs are a sleeper team. But really, the Mavs are the deepest team in the league, and they even deeper than they was last year. You know, and I don't really feel like they wasted a spot on the roster this year. Nobody trying to be down there mentoring. We don't have nobody that has the stats of a G Leaguer on there, or anything, or a two-way on the roster anymore. I mean, with Kyrie hurt, we can at least go 11, 12 deep right now with everybody else fully healthy. We actually have a second unit that could be starting on most teams. So I really feel like the Mavs are being slept on. But, hey, what y'all think? Are the Mavericks being slept on or what? Anyway, you like my video, go ahead and give it a like, share it. You want to see more videos like this, subscribe. I'm going to keep coming. And I know y'all see the Parsons shirt on. I'm really getting some Herschel Walker vibes with this trade. I hate to see Parsons go, but, you know, he was really making it hard for him to keep. Kind of forced Jerry's hand. And, you know, what was brought back in return, hey, a Pro Bowl DT and 2 first rounders. I think the Cowboys can do a lot with that. But till next time, peace.